Hey guys, how's it going? We're not sure if KillerApp started or not, but he's going and his timer's running, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? I'm LA. Here's Mikan as always.
I don't know if we're late or he's early. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So welcome to this fairly important race between Andy and KillerApp here. We are running all dungeons, standard, randomized sword, normal, and Randomizer. Being standard Randomizer, that means that none of the enemies are going to be shuffled, but the bosses will be. So we're not going to know what bosses we're going to have to fight until we get there. So what are the implications of this match that I posted and immediately?
Well, there is a lot of... The top three is still very much up in the air for this group. Right now, Andy and Wayne are sitting at 11 wins each. Andy still has more races to go, and KillerApp is at 9 wins. So there is a scenario where KillerApp can still make out of this group. If he wins both of his races, he and Wayne will have to go through a tiebreaker race. And if Andy loses both his races, which would be this one and one he still has yet to do, he will also be in that tiebreaker race. So this is very, very important, because if KillerApp loses this, then Wayne gets through, Andy gets through. But if KillerApp wins, it could be some craziness, Mikan.
Yeah, that's for sure. We can. Some of the potential tiebreaker that's here is pretty nutty. I know there's a lot of potential tiebreakers on the scene already, but this is kind of the big dogs, right? Of Rando might get them all in a big race here. Yeah.
And KillerApp has taken one game off Andy so far, so certainly within his ability to do it.
Yeah. Please bear with us while we try to figure out what exactly. I think the delay may be a little bit wrong, but we'll get it figured out. Hey, there's a nice hammer in Zelda cell there.
That is a good item.
Yeah, if you don't like farming for bombs with Samaria, which I guess he already has 3 bombs, the hammer will work just as well, and it's going to be a great weapon throughout until we find those lovely swords.
Yeah, so speaking of the swords, we didn't get one, so that means one of our variations is randomized swords, and we're going through escapes, so that means one is standard. What are the other variations?
The other variations of what?
Of this race.
I'm sorry, I'm dealing with the admin side of things for this. This race, Randomizer, we're gonna have randomized bosses, not so much the enemies that we're gonna see in every location, but the bosses themselves will be randomized, and we have the ability to see the same boss multiple times. So we might get a couple cold stares or try an X or something, and it makes that ice rod kind of a not technically required, but very likely we're gonna pop into Triax at some point, I'm sure.
It seems likely, with 7 dungeons.
Especially with all dungeons even, and there's 2 bosses, of course, 2 guaranteed bosses we have to fight in Ganon's Tower as well. Those will also be random.
Yeah, so very high chance.
Alright, well, we'll see if his delay is 5 minutes off, and I think that's the case here, because Andy starts immediately 5 minutes.
That's, yeah. I think you figured that one out.
So we will see Andy here go through escape. We kind of already know what's going to happen on him. I assume we're going to get like a pause on KillerApp's screen until Andy catches up, and then we will just have the runners, go as normal. So we'll get it worked out. Don't worry about it. It'll happen eventually here.
Most likely. Andy getting his game. Backside escape, bottle. Two bottles.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with 2 bottles. One refilled, of course. That'll be pretty nice.
There's some green liquid in there. I guess that's Sprite, perhaps?
All right, we should. Oh yeah, the 3 bombs was the. Yeah, okay. No worry about bombs thing. Yeah, got it. All right, I'm still. It happened twice already, 5 minutes apart from each other, but I'm still kind of getting it. And we do have KillerApp stream pause now, so 5 minutes from now, we'll see exactly where they're at when they hop into Sanctuary.
Get your guesses. What's in the Sanctuary chest?
Yeah, you've got plenty of time to guess that one. I mean, is it the map? I don't even know if it's.
I have no idea. I guess we'll know based on what Andy finds. There's a map. Okay.
Okay, well, it's not the map.
It can be anything.
Andy doing a very small, out of the way farm there for rupees or bombs. Maybe you usually wouldn't kill that blue guard there, but the pot is just so conveniently placed that you might as well do it if you still need drops in any capacity. The 3 bombs, of course, is already more than enough to finish this, but you will still want 1 more for the guarantee not needing to buy bombs in town. So it's fine to think about that so early, I think.
Yeah, it's not really that inconvenient at all, and it can definitely help you a lot, so.
Yeah, and of course we will need that extra 100 rupees. You're highly likely to get 100 rupees by the time you get to the bottle vendor, but an extra 5 or 20 drops somewhere won't hurt. It's, there's always a bunch in town you're gonna get. Andy using the double pop method here. That's because I guess King Smart is just kind of butts for dealing damage right there. Wish he had had that hammer before.
Yeah, that hammer would have made short work of the garden, but Candace Samaria not so much.
We are 3 minutes away from the big sink here. I'm looking forward to
I am
It'll be the end of escape and the end of the standard restriction, I guess, and then I guess that's when things will get underway. All right, so can't really perform any calculations on. Oh, there goes KillerApp. Before on where. We don't have any items quite yet. Once we get through the 2 items we have in the hammer and smart, I don't really unlock anything on the round, so we'll find something in the town, I'm sure, to kind of get rolling here.
Yeah, still plenty of locations for us to check between now and when we would actually have to fight a boss. Let's see what we get.
Right, Andy definitely takes care of the. Is that a bookcase? It doesn't look much like a bookcase. What would you call that?
I would call that like a mantle or a trophy.
Yeah, I like that. We farm a little bit for anything really here from the. If those would have lined up nice, this Mario block would actually be really useful for that, but I don't think they played all that nice there, those snakes.
One did drop a 20 rupee though, that's always nice.
Alright, let's see how Andy takes care of the rat boss.
That's pretty easy.
Easy. If you place the block there, it kind of takes care of whatever RNG the rat gives you, because it shoots both up and right at the same time there. So I guess if the rat had moved a little bit further to the right there during its initial movement, it might have hit him, but yeah, whatever. Andy, no, he's not going to spend the extra bomb to take the slightly faster top route here. KillerApp is initializing. Once his memory banks are booted here, he does his post, he'll be up and.
All right, here we go. This sanctuary chest that's been beating us so far. What do we get?
5 whole minutes here. Yeah, we've been wondering what this is.
Was it worth it?
Heck yeah!
Got 2 arrows for the trouble per minute. All right.
To the village we go here. We're gonna be getting our I guess we're going to the forest first. That makes a whole lot of sense. We'll be getting all these 14 starter items here. Probably gonna have the most progression out of any place in the game. I feel that's how it usually works anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I do find it interesting that Andy just came straight here, I guess. Since we are doing all dungeons, I still feel like that lumberjack check in an all dungeon seat can be very helpful.
No. Not without the boots.
No, without the boots.
I completely condone what Andy's doing right now.
Alright. Just have to agree to disagree, like we always do.
If he perhaps still needed money or bombs, I think it would be worthwhile to go up there because he can get a few extra kills and also check out the bush crab very easily. I think that's the only time I will personally I will check lumberjack early is whenever I still need extra money or bombs for the town trip here. But I think we're sitting pretty nice here.
Well, as far as bombs go, yeah, there's still a lot of chances to get money. So.
Yeah, with the guaranteed money that's down here, there's like what 30 free down here, and then there's I think 25 free in the well. It leaves very little you actually have to luck into in order to get the bottle vendor safety there. But that 50 rupees should be more than enough.
Hey.
Wow. Well, I don't want to call Swamp Palace yet here, but we're looking pretty close to that.
Well, it's hard to see Mir and Hookshot and not think Swamp Palace. Those are...
Especially when already having the hammer as well.
Yeah.
So, please bear with us, folks. We are going to... I think we have top admins on this scene. We're gonna get this working out here. We're gonna have both runners synced up here eventually, I'm sure. Don't worry about it so much at the beginning. Both runners are probably going to be doing near the same thing, so I don't think you're going to be missing out on a whole lot.
Yeah.
Once we actually get into the divergence, we'll see how it goes then.
Nice blue mail's always helpful early.
Yeah, I don't know how used to running on normal mode Andy is.
Might have some difficulty, yeah. There's a cave as well, just for the extra safety. So, early cave.
Are you gonna do the whole Aghanim thing?
I'm not gonna say anything about it right now. Not until we see lamp anyway. $300, that's not bad.
Alright, with our 2 bottles in hand, we can show the sick kid and get 2 items. No, he doesn't quite appreciate. Hey, that's a good item though. I wonder if that actually fits in a bottle.
Well, I don't... It looks kind of big to me.
Those look pretty big.
The bottles have a pretty narrow entrance.
Well, I mean, when you pick up the boots, they're like the size of your head, and they're supposed to fit on your feet.
Link's arm is just really long. It's really close to the camera.
You're just holding it up that high.
Yeah.
I see. Depending on the size of the item, it changes.
Oh my god!
Nice vanilla book there on the library.
That just amuses me for some reason.
That's pretty good. That is some item with a number on it. That means you don't. I didn't even get to see what the whole item was, but it was probably a 300 or 100 rupee, and still, that's not.
Might have been arrows, I don't know. Alright, heading down here to the Sastra now.
We're gonna see Andy do a cool little trick here. Might as well go over some basic stuff here since we're only on the one stream for now. You can when you're pushing blocks, you can hookshot and mirror, and they will do some funny thing. They like don't exist when you're pushing blocks. You can hookshot through them. You can mirror to erase them, which I guess isn't really the same glitch.
Well, they really don't exist after that.
Yeah, that's true. They're quite delicious actually. The mirror lets you eat those giant chocolate blocks. You can fire rod through them as used in Mire, but the hookshot actually makes that into a one trip there rather than having to go out and in. And the hookshot also is much better than the sword in a lot of cases, in my opinion.
Very good at killing mini mold arms, if you will say so.
It sure is.
These guys stand no chance.
He's wiggling a lot. There's some chance there.
If you never hit them. Wow.
Hey. It's a pretty good cave. I'm alright with that.
It's pretty good.
Some pretty hot starting equipment here. A lot of it doesn't really do much on its own. I mean, we can go do Armos now, and that's about it. We need that elusive glove to get any sort of extra stuff out of it. Yeah, there's a lot of extra stuff that'll help us in the Dark World, but
yeah,
not so much initially.
Well, if Armos Knights is there, we can do them. Like, we can get to the boss in Eastern Palace, but whether or not we can kill it is still up in the air.
Yeah, I think a full Eastern play is quite in order after this. It'd be the normal thing you'd do anyway. But sometimes maybe if you'd find something early, say if they found the flute in Sahasra's closet, well, that gives you immediate access all the way up to Tower of Harry even. But I could see in this case that they just go ahead and clear all of Eastern. Actually, he might be doing map check here soon to figure out if he wants to bother doing that.
Well, Eastern seems like what we have left, so heading over there is what we're going to be doing. I don't know if we're going to be able to complete Eastern Mekon. This is Randomizer, remember?
Oh my gosh, good point. Yeah, that's right. Dang, I wish you wouldn't have told me so I could get really surprised whenever the boss comes.
I should have.
It's like Argus or something.
I figured you'd remember before that button.
I was so used to Randomizer, you know, being everything and not just bosses here. Nope, no map check. Map checks actually don't really matter too much, especially in old dungeons, that is. There's our lamp. So now we'll definitely finish Eastern, or at least try to.
So, you know, Mekon, what we got?
Oh boy.
We got a lamp, we got a cape, and we got a... Do you know what that allows us to complete, Mekon?
It lets us get all the way through Thieves Town is what it does after we go through the pyramid.
Yeah.
Having that hammer and hookshot gives us easy access to the west side of Dark World if we wish to go through Aghanim, which they're going to have to go through Aghanim anyway, so it actually doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, it does not matter that much since that is one of the dungeons you have to complete in our Dungeon C. We'll just see when we actually have to do that.
Yeah, so Aghanim is a lot more common than people suspect, I think. I think in previous versions it was like a 30% or so chance or something along that lines. It's actually not all that rare. I don't know. So I see some people think like it's really taboo mentioning, oh, they have to do Aghanim. I can't believe it. guys, it's really okay, especially in old dungeons when you have to. So it doesn't really matter. Especially because we're not finding anything else to send us anywhere else, right? Because we're still like heavily locked here in the light world right now with those without the gloves or anything like that, so we don't really have much other choice here. I mean, we could go all the way down to Agina's cave, I suppose, but there's no reason to do that when you have to do Aghanim anyway.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
So that's probably going to be the immediate play after this, probably regardless of what they find. Maybe if the flute's here, we might see something weird, but I think that's really... The flute or glove, I think. Those are really the only things that would maybe throw us for a slight loop. I guess if they do find the glove here, that... if they do find the glove to get Dark World access, that will mean... that they do not have to do Aghanim quite yet. especially because they have the mirror. It'll be very easy to do that immediately after Ganon or anything like that. And hey, yeah,
That hint was pretty interesting. A unique item requires a big red bomb. That would be the Pyramid Fairy.
so having the mirror already and I think that would be ideal if they could potentially route that in with going up to the pyramid the first time and perhaps Catfish and maybe even Zora. It actually would be super convenient that they could do that, but not knowing what Dungeons 5 and 6 are quite yet, we might not even be able to do that. We might see a map check after this because that's good to know, and it'll be really good to know what item that can and can't be.
Well, there's flippers. That's
Yeah, not bad. I'm a flipping fan.
Big flipping fan. All right. Well,
And
that does.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I know you loved it.
I love hookshotting those tiles. I can't believe he didn't hookshot the tile there to make it maybe slightly faster. I have no idea. Oh no, and he missed the shot there on the eyeglow. It's gotta wait.
But one of the seaweed enemies. I'm not sure what they're actually, but they look like seaweed to me. I guess very orange and purple seaweed.
They really do. They don't look all that appetizing, that's for sure. Hey, we can get the Swamp Palace now.
As soon as we find a way into Darkhold, I guess we have one technically, but we have to do a dungeon before that. We also have the Zora area, and we have plenty of money for that too, so...
Yeah, I think with the...
Hello.
Well, see you later, Trinax. Alright, well, Ice Rod. We're gonna need to find that.
Alright, so I'll try next in Eastern Palace.
I wonder if Andy also forgot that it was Randomizer until just...
Well, no, I'm sure he probably didn't forget. You're there, you know, you're gonna see what the boss is and just get that knowledge. It's gonna be relevant eventually.
Knowing that the Ice Rod needed is still pretty good. Even if that's the only Trinax, having that information so early is pretty great. So Andy's going to be caching the flippers right now. Gonna be checking out all these flipping locations and purchasing Zora as well. I have plenty of money for that.
Alright, what's under the bridge today? A small amount of money.
Not so much. Oh well. I mean, we make jokes about Hobo, you know, when he gives you bombs or gives you a ton of money, but I think just as often he doesn't give you much. Sometimes, sometimes the poverty is real.
Sometimes. That's just King Zora's cut. Alright, well, we have this waterfall here. We got nothing.
You know, interestingly enough, I think that Trinax is the only boss we actually cannot defeat right now.
Yeah. Yeah. If it were a cold stare, we do have bombos.
We have bombos and a sword both. Yeah, we can totally just take out the cold stare. That's pretty good. I like that. Figures that Trinax is the first boss we find, but
yeah. Trinax is just going to be the only boss in the seed. I'm just calling that now.
It's going to be all Trinax. It's going to be at least 3 Trinax. Yeah. I'm pretty partial to the Hex Necks myself, so hopefully we'll get a couple more.
It's just going to be 10 of them.
What would that be? Decimex?
Decimex? Yep, that would be Decimex.
And he does go slightly out of his way for that heart container. I'm down for that. Full heart containers are fairly rare to come by. Not so much in normal mode, but I mean, might as well feel a little bit more safe there before dipping into the Dark World, which is what Andy will be doing here after going through Aghanim 1. This is all dungeons, so this will be required at some point anyway. This might mess with their save and quit menus a little bit, though, since they do already have that mirror. Save and quitting in the Dark World will keep them in the Dark World on top of the pyramid, so they might have to do some extra menuing, or extra, mirroring out of places to get into the Light World to save and quit if they want to perhaps start at the Old Man or something like that. And I think KillerApp is almost back.
Almost.
Because Mario up there is feeling the same way we are.
Alright.
Doing this room with the fighter sword kind of stinks, but at least we do have the bow to keep these guys at bay.
Though it's pretty good about that. Do the hammer though.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, that has to be such a specific spot to hammer to hit both those guys.
They walk right into it. Alright, so we do see KillerApp is going through Eastern Palace right now. Almost done.
I'm curious if he took a different route, if he's still here, right? I figured it would be a little closer if he did the exact same route.
Maybe his rupee count looks low. I think he probably fake flippered with the Moon Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right, because he's still in Eastern and doesn't have money, so he already did Zora.
Alright, well, Eastern Palace, of course, now completables.
KillerApp looks like he might be, after doing all the flipper checks, presumably, he's heading down to Aghanos Cave.
That is the only thing left in Light World if he has done that.
Pulls out his bombs curiously, and I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Well, he's gonna blow up the wall. That's what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah, there's a wall in Aghanos. I totally just missed with that hint.
I believe it said a unique item can be bought. Unless I'm crazy and I just missed.
Oh, okay.
What did we get from Bottlebender? We got a magic cape. So that was probably it.
Yes, that is most likely what that was.
Alright. So we're gonna see what's in Aghanos Cave now.
I can't imagine this will be anything too useful. Even if it's a glove, I feel like this will be fairly quick. It won't take too long for Andy to come find it. Because of how restrictive it'll be. Yeah, it's just not.
If it was the ice rod, it would be probably a bit.
That's true. If that was the ice rod, that would actually be pretty big.
Yep. Alright, so.
Alright. Yeah, he's doing that thing you were saying.
Yeah, they're doing the things, and Andy's about to finish that sword. Very important. You cannot open curtains without a sword, as everybody knows.
Everyone knows that. That's the same in real life, actually.
Yeah. I cut myself with my curtain sword the other day. It was terrible.
I mean, you could. Hopefully, you never have to like look out the window and then immediately close the curtains again, because that ain't gonna happen.
I don't know how you close curtains, Pecan. I don't think you can.
Well, not when you cut them.
I have to like leave and come back for them to close again. Wow, that was a really good Aga 1.
That was, wasn't it? I didn't hear the blue ball noise. That's like the most uninteresting fight to watch. Sorry, I was not watching that at all. But yeah, it sounded.
Yeah, it was really quick. So what do we have in the pyramid? Bombs, which we can't carry because we don't have the capacity. 10 bombs is the maximum.
That's true. We could swim down there and buy some if we really wanted to, but that's not going to be the case here. Interestingly enough, pod is actually completely clearable right now. That doesn't usually happen. This early, that pod is absolutely clearable. Heck, if they wanted to, after pod, they could just walk down to Swamp Palace. We're going to get some vanilla Dark World order here, maybe.
Maybe. We can click everything in Paths of Darkness itemized, at least. Unless there's an item in the boss and we can't kill the boss because it's another Trinex, but
yeah, that's of course. I gotta remember that.
I'm just gonna stop mentioning it, and then when we see this tin trash, like, oh my gosh, it's Trinex. What is he doing here? This isn't true.
Every time it's going to be Trinex too. It's gonna be the same Trinex every.
Alright.
Maybe we can get both rods here and just mirror and go do Eastern Palace Trinex. Who knows?
That would be the dream.
That would be amazing. Just have no more fear of bosses. We can complete every single boss then. That's pretty cool.
Yep, a unique item can be bought. So that would be our magic cape.
KillerApp, looking a little low on health here. I think there's an extra heart in this next room though, so we should be alright.
Yeah, there it is. So
That one's a bomb. I know there's a heart on, I think it's the right pot in the center? Or maybe it's...
yes. There's
Hey,
two.
There's two. There was one on the lower left as well. Got it. Good to know, actually. Because I think I've needed more than one heart there before.
Alright.
Keys and more keys in pod. Well, we will be able to get another hint here soon. And, of course, see the Bullock side. Nope.
Spin the key, get a key.
It's Captain Crunch's oops all keys. With boomerangs added in. Marshmallow boomerang.
Marshmallow boomerangs. Well. Something sharp and a map is locked by fire in this
That-
mine.
That's likely going to be worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Depending on how late we find that flute, that may absolutely be worth it. They'll be able to get a sword and an additional hint, provided that, you know, it's in the far chest. And even if it's not in the far chest, they'll be able to know that that saves a little more time. The cutscene chest, I mean.
Yes. Alright, well, Pepsi has beaten Aghanim.
Oh, good. That is mostly interesting because Pepsi doesn't beat other sodas in real life, but
No,
I guess
no,
now
it
it
doesn't.
does get its time to...
We'll have to wait for another mail upgrade before we get the best soft drink. Okay, well, Andy has just found a bunch of keys and a boomerang so far, so about to get to the good stuff.
Yep, and KillerApp will be following behind. I think that this makes a whole lot of sense here. I'm just thinking of Swamp after this. I'm thinking that I remembered it was Randomizer. I was gonna say, man, Argus might be kind of difficult without the with just the fighter's sword, but it might not be Argus.
It might not be. You're learning. I'm proud of you. Alright, well, we're getting there.
Andy, having 3 keys, knows that this is not a guaranteed key, so does need to check it, and does find the powder there. It does give us access to the bat, and once we finally get over to the Village of Outcasts, I think it might actually be a while before we do.
Yeah.
We'll be able to check.
You can have the mirror, so it's nice and convenient.
Yeah, it really is. We'll be able to combine that with really everything else. We have all the convenience items for Village of Outcasts.
Yeah. We still need gloves to actually get to the Dark World portion of that side, but you can just mirror in front of the rocks. And it's fine.
Well, we can hookshot across the river northeast of the pyramid.
No, I mean in the actual blacksmith area.
Oh, of course, yes. Whoa, KillerApp, forgetting his bomb. Alright, got it just in
I mean, you can just bomb that room when you get over there, but everybody
Right.
likes to save time and just throw it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
you-
cool.
You gotta switch to bombs anyway for this bridge, so you might as well just throw that one while you're at it. Alright, Andy, heading down into the depths of the Pot of Darkness, gonna be finding out what boss is down. We can defeat all of them, except for Trinex, which we are still missing 2 items for. If it's a more difficult boss, like Vitreous is probably the most difficult boss right now. might have a little bit of issue, but we'll see.
Yeah, we just have regular arrows, and those aren't nearly as good as the silver ones against Vitreous. We only got 27.
KillerApp getting his hint about the potential sword in Meyer. And, one thing that does also mean is that Meyer only has one unknown item. It's really worthwhile to know that, I think. Like, if you get a hint about Meyer that both items are fire-locked, well, congrats, you just gotta go mode Meyer, right? Unless you, of course, need those items, but,
No, you're totally right.
yeah, indirectly knowing what things mean is just as well as, like, knowing their exact meaning, right? Did I say that correctly? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got the point across. Alright, what do you got? Ah.
This is actually not
Enjoy those
with
spikes,
Samaria.
Andy.
Thankfully, we have Samaria. Samaria what makes this a lot easier than it would be otherwise. That's a nice... Looked like a double hit, but it was not. Just throw blocks at his face. I love this. There we go. That was good. Good detonation.
Samaria is probably the most fun weapon to fight blind with, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And it takes Dow before blind even gets a chance to go down to the bottom there. Nothing but the powder in pod. So, but, I mean, all dungeons, you gotta do it, so might as well. We're not actually sure if this is a 5-6 crystal either. We do know that there's a unique item behind the big bomb, so knowing what our 5-6 crystals are may actually be a factor here. And Andy is out. He does not want to walk all the way down to Swamp Palace from here. I think it's still faster to walk there from the pyramid anyway. And there is our map check. Fuse Town is the 5 crystal. We had a pendant at Swamp Palace, and the next time Andy pauses the game, we might be able to see if pod was our other 5-6 crystal.
He's gonna have to pause pretty soon. He's gotta pull out that hammer. That was.
Absolutely. Okay. You know what? That might actually change my routing right here. I think I would instead go loop around to Thieves Town and then do the Pyramid Ferry after Swamp. But instead, Andy is going to come down here, check out Hype Kid, get his 5 items from that, and probably head into Swamp.
Well, it is something we get to the boss room of, so I don't see a reason not.
When players are good, you have to nitpick everything. I love that bomb.
Ooh.
That's wonderful.
Ooh.
That's also pretty wonderful.
Where are the gloves, Mikon?
I have no idea what the gloves are.
We haven't found a single one yet.
We have a lot of dungeons we can complete without them, though. No, Andy instead not going into Swamp Palace quite yet. He's gonna be walking around here to check out these 2 locations way over here, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe also gonna mirror and just head into Kakariko, check the bat, and...
Oh, yeah, they have the mirror. Meanwhile, KillerApp takes out the Mimics. Does run out of arrows, but thankfully the green ones are not vulnerable to just the bow. So uses the hammer to take those out. There are arrow pots in there anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. You might be thinking, oh man, I hope the boss isn't Vitreous, because I've got nowhere.
Yeah, Vitreous is not... When you have the fighter sword and no silver arrows, that's not an easy boss at all. You only have 10 bombs as well, usually because of pretty much nobody I've seen buys capacity upgrades, and it takes a lot of bombs to blow up the eyeball.
Yeah, it really does. I think, oh gosh, I don't quite know the exact damage table on them, but they do significantly less than an arrow shot.
Even regular arrows still take a few per eyeball, so...
Yeah, 3 in fact, so you don't even have enough to knock out all of the eyes and the big eye itself with the base 30. So bomb strats would definitely come into play there. I guess in worst case scenario, he does have the hammer, so that'll work out fairly well. Hammer Vitreous on the eyes is definitely not fun, but it's better than using fighter sword spins.
Yeah, I still don't think fire like a hammer Patrice is fun at all, but it's doable.
Alright. Killer App on his throwing blocks at blind mini game.
Yeah, just speed him. Just
Why
eat
isn't this a
those.
mini game, dude? Throwing blocks at the moving targets like this? I just want to play the mini game sound, the music. Hey, yeah, hey. Well, blind goes to the bottom, makes him much easier to take care of, and Killer App goes to immediately take him out.
Alright, we'll see what Killer App decides to do. Could definitely take a different path than Andy. Bat with a big 20. It's
Pod definitely not paying out in any capacity. Ooh, Killer App. Okay, I thought he was starting to walk, and he is keeping walking. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge of my seat here. And you gotta be activating his fluid there. That'll be our access to Death Mountain finally, because we still don't have a glove. There's a lot of crap up there we can get.
There's a
We
lot
could
of crap.
potentially yeah, we can potentially complete Hera even. I guess Killer App, since he's walking this way, is going to be heading up to across the river up top. He's not going to check Catfish without a glove, which is a little unfortunate. That'll take a good while to get back to. Never mind, he's going south. I actually don't know if this would be faster than a save and quit or not. It's probably pretty close.
Yeah, it's probably about the same speed, I would think. Pod feels like nightmare to actually walk away from.
It really does. But Killer App, of course, will be getting the flute here just a second, which will be very nice if he wants to. We can actually see some pretty major divergence right now. We have the whole east side of Death Mountain and the Light World open with that flute. But we also have Swamp Palace and Thieves Town completable, and we do know that completing Thieves Town will give us the other 5-6 crystal where Anu Kaidan lies inside the pyramid. So, all very enticing options.
Okay, Killer App is heading down to Swamp, so a bit of a divergence here.
Yes, could be pretty big. I don't think Swamp will elude Andy for too long, just like I don't think Death Mountain will elude Killer App for too long. Andy, not impressed by instantly checking the hint. Instead is doing the old strat of checking the item first. Not all hints are created equal. I can get behind this.
No, they are not.
It takes a not insignificant amount of time to go down there, grab the hint, potentially bomb jump, if you can get the bomb jump, and then get back. That's a big time loss if you don't get that bomb jump.
Lots of heart containers in the open, though. A piece of heart is above the pose. That's actually useful. We know we don't have to check that now.
I'm really good about that hint. I really hate going to that spot so much, so I am way down for having that hint. And speaking of hints, Andy finds that
The boots require the hookshot.
Ooh. I had no idea what happened to Andy's music after that mirror. So I think Killer App might be finding the boots in the back of Swamp here. Unless we miraculously get both gloves and they're on Dark Hookshot Cave or something like that. Here's a little creepy without music, isn't it?
A little bit. Just a little bit. Those are some wild stairs, though.
Yeah, they really are. We'll have music drowning them out. Alright, what is the other hint here? There's an item there. Oh,
okay.
Hey.
So,
Oh, yeah, and he decided, oh, well, I guess I don't need to check this big chest. Oh, wait, I still need the small key. I should probably check this chest.
okay.
Well, that figures. Nice little rail clip there. I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. We do see KillerApp making his way into swamp as well, so we'll find out exactly.
Oh gosh, I
If it
see
was
Helmosaur on both the left and right side of the screen.
Whoa!
On the bottom.
All right. Well, this is actually one of the most annoying arenas to find Helmosaur King at.
Yeah, it really is. He loves to hug the left side here, which is really unfortunate because that's exactly where the hole is.
Yeah, if he puts his face over the hole, it's really hard to get hits in. And obviously, he has a lot more reach with his tail as well.
Yeah, he's sticking to the fireballs, which is actually convenient because knowing the way that they separate, you can avoid them quite easily every time. A lot easier in this arena than it would be in his normal arena, in my opinion. Alright, we got the mask off. 1 silver across the game.
It's really good that Andy found that silver arrow.
Yeah, I'll say. That could have been got a little more hairy near the end there. If he had to use normal arrows while Helmosaur was running around everywhere. But Andy does grab his first pendant and will likely be heading in downstairs in Hera to check out whatever unique item is down there. This KillerApp. That was the green pendant at Eastern, I think I said.
Yeah.
This KillerApp heads to the western side of Swamp Palace. It's hard to ignore this spot this early in the game, so I can definitely see why he's doing this.
Yeah, you really don't want to leave stuff behind when you're still missing potentially quite a few items for. Like, obviously we need gloves, we need ice rod, fire rod, we might need medallions. It's just you can't really just leave this here.
And with any luck here, KillerApp will be getting the boots as foretold. I don't know, it just seems more likely that it'll be back here than it would be finding 2 gloves and then coming all the way back. I don't know though. Maybe both gloves are back here in Swamp Palace and then it is actually in Hookshot Cave. Wouldn't that be?
Wouldn't that be amazing? There's a shovel.
Of course it's the shovel.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, unique item.
But no, nothing off the left side of Swamp Palace here. But there were 2 items. Like, it wasn't the map or the compass, so I think even if you planned on skipping it, you would have known that,
Wow.
oh man, there's still 2 items all the way over there.
That's the first time I've seen a dead rock take the bridge over. Like, the entire bridge.
It stalked him the whole way. Oh, was that the fire rod up there?
That was the fire rod. So that's good information. Can't get it, because again, we didn't found any gloves at all, but...
Alright, Andy, on to Paradox Cave here, of course named after the 2 documents you can find in these back 2 chests here.
Two heart containers. Seed has been very generous with the heart containers.
It really has. And he went out of his way for one a while ago, but it's gotten a couple free ones, like the one on Spectacle Rock. There was one inside Spectacle Rock even as well. Alright, KillerApp might be finding his boots right.
Nope.
Not yet.
25 rupees will not buy you boots in this game.
Are they here? Are they in the waterfall chest? No. I think I might be bamboozled. I can't believe this.
Did you bamboozle yourself, Mikon?
No, the game did it. It wasn't me.
The game did it. Are we blaming the game now?
It's all the game's fault. It wasn't me. I didn't mess up.
Dumb game. Alright, well, we're about to find out what lurks in Swamp Palace today.
Oh yeah, I hope we can beat this boss and get the boots. I don't even know if... Wait, do we still need the map and the compass even?
I have no idea. What is it? Hi. Wow,
We're
this...
still missing the big key and the map, so the boots are going to be in Hookshot.
Yeah, looks that way. So this is not a fun boss fight.
Gosh, no, it definitely isn't. Oh, no. Especially when they get separate. Right at
Nope.
the start there, can't get any extra hit. KillerApp
Nope.
already hit away from death from the eyes and takes it.
Yep. At this point, I would just leave. Just leave. We know it's just the map, right? For the big key.
Yeah, if he looked at his menu, he should know that there's really nothing left that he can possibly get from that boss. So,
If you-
and he has the boot information. Oh wait, no, he doesn't. Andy does.
Yeah, the only annoying thing is when he comes back, he'll have to flood the water again. But if you're gonna bump your head against cold stare for a while, it doesn't really matter.
That does stink, yeah. Alright, KillerApp instead gonna walk up here and... Oh, I guess just check over here first in these couple locations here. As Andy hookshots across the river and heads to the western part of Dark World for the first time. We'll be able to clear Thieves Town, hopefully, and then check the Pyramid Ferry for its unique item afterwards. Well, we got a couple stops here in the meantime.
Yep, gonna be checking the pose, which we know is nothing, but Andy does not.
It's a shame it's a heart piece and not a heart container, because it feels like Andy's finding all the heart containers.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if he just goes into a location, hey, there's another one.
Why do I have 35 hearts? What's going on here? This is not how it's supposed to be.
It's the difficulty below easy mode. Where you
All the trash items just replaced with heart containers.
Yeah.
Eventually
Bosses.
get so many it starts lagging the game.
The bosses just detonate themselves when walking into the arenas.
Alright, well, we do have the cape, but we don't have a glove, so Thumper Cave is sorta on the table at some point.
I hope there's a glove up here.
Oh boy.
That'd be funny to me. Aw, dang.
Yep, it's the big 20, and you can be checking the Lumberjack Cave, I guess, while I see.
Yeah, there's no real better time to do it, I guess. Unless you're booting around later on.
Yeah, he's not gonna be heading up here to take the Death Mountain passageway. Just 5 rupees though. Yeah, probably gonna be checking the powder activated switch, same as Andy. Alright, well, we're getting closer to progress. Will not be able to complete Skullwoods, but who knows, maybe there's a glove hiding somewhere.
Yeah. I'm just so interested in finding those mitts, so we can go grab those boots.
We have to find them soon. We can't. There has to be a glove somewhere.
It doesn't often happen where you go 50 minutes without a glove.
No,
but-
no. Usually you find them both right away. There's the ice
Oh,
rod.
that's a relief. That's a really easy spot too, so they won't miss that. That's probably the most relieving item to find.
We know where the fire rod is, so
You know, I've been on and on about the Boots and Hookshot Cave, but I suppose they could also be in the Moldorm 2 chat.
yeah, actually they could come.
There, chat will love that one. They can be on that for a while. KillerApp, realizing he doesn't have a glove, actually has to hammer this peg to get over. It's kind of a funny 3 different items that could possibly get your way over here.
Well, thankfully, KillerApp does know that you don't check the bow. Just mosey on by.
Not much in the front of Skull Woods other than that wonderful ice rod. And Andy does know where the fire rod is as well, so that's actually a bigger relief. That means it's not going to be like too deep in the Turtle Rock there that well, I mean, I guess once they have myths, they can get that anyway. So that was really silly to say.
Yeah. So potentially, in the best case scenario, I believe we are just myths from Go mode. Potentially.
Well, they will need the fire rod, of course, for
Yes.
ceramics. But
Which-
yes, we'll be able to get those. Yeah, never mind. No, you're right. I completely.
Still depends on if Bombos is the required medallion for both Turtle Rock and Mystery Mire, of course. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's true. Thieves Town soon. And then Pyramid Fairy. Oh boy. We've been having that hit for a long time.
We certainly have. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a glove.
First glove. Dude, if a glove is there, do you just walk up to Catfish? I think that's what I would
I think you do.
Because nothing. Does it actually just unlock anything else? Just the one glove?
Just the one glove. I guess it unlocks Spike Cave as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it would. Okay, that's good to know, though.
There's a glove.
Oh, well, there's a glove. Well, that's a little boring.
It only took 52 minutes to get the first glove. It's pretty nice.
And he got bunnied, I heard it.
Yep.
Yeah, as we just said, a single glove doesn't do a whole lot. We're gonna need that other one to actually make any significant progress with it. I would not be down to just running and checking the glove lock locations immediately. Those are pretty far out of the way.
Might as well just see if you can complete this dungeon while you're here.
Alright, KillerApp, I believe, is going to be joining Andy in Thieves Town. Still needs to get up to Death Mountain eventually, but of course he has the Swamp Palace done, mostly.
Mostly.
The boss is still there, which is actually going to be actually quite a bit of time commitment to go back to.
Yeah, it might balance out though, just because fighting Cold Stare, unless you have a really good fight, it takes a while with just the hammer, and this many hearts that KillerApp has.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. Even with Blue Mail still eating 3 hearts of damage from the puffs, so that didn't. Yeah, he kind of got eaten. If only he found all the heart containers that Andy did.
Something sharper than Mini Mildorm Cave, which of course was the sword that we have now.
The one sword we have, we get a hint about. I guess we do have a hint of another sword. Right, in goes KillerApp, gonna be getting his single glove soon. Maybe the other one's still here, I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I've gone through Thieves Town with already having the hammer, so this is probably pretty...
Yeah, don't have to leave that big chest behind. Never really want that on your conscience. You rather just open it while you're here, or no, it's nothing.
Maybe we'll get the other glove there, we'll get a vanilla mints.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first vanilla thing we've seen today.
Yeah, barring medallions and a torch key in Desert Palace or Ganon's Tower, I think Mitz will be a really nice go mode. It's always the dream to have the Mitz or Hammer as your go mode, right? Because they just lock so much stuff that you're gonna... If you can go mode with that, that means everything else was super early.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, big chest, what you got?
I'm disappointed, but not surprised. Of course, only Andy knows about that fire rod up there, so if we do end up finding the myths, KillerApp doesn't quite know he's in go mode already. Well, potentially medallions, of course. But we'll find out very quickly, KillerApp remembering that this is immediately open. He doesn't have to go downstairs. You can just fight the boss if you want to. And it is the first one into the Armos fight by just a hair.
Nice. So KillerApp finishing Thieves Town in quotations, of course, since he will have to come back into the item. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe
he doesn't. Yeah. It's a reasonable gamble to make an Randomizer. You don't actually have to save the maiden. You can just go straight in. Hey,
Alright.
That's some time save.
That's a lot of time saved right there, actually.
You know, there's a little time loss. And Andy is out. He is probably going to go to the Pyramid Fairy, I guess. And yeah, there's the saving Quint in the Dark World getting in his way. Having Aghanim defeated and having the mirror does give you the normal functionality of saving Quid. If you're in the Dark World, it'll put you on the pyramid, and it's a little difficult to remember sometimes.
Yeah, it's very easy just to forget that and have it happen. It's not that big a steal in the world, but it's a little annoying. Okay, KillerApp activated his flute. Can just flute to 4. Or gonna go up Death Mountain. That's a valid choice as well.
I don't remember where the 5-6 crystal hint was. Was that in Hera? Or did they both have that?
I believe they both got it. I'm pretty sure. So Andy gonna be checking the dig spot first.
Oh, it might have been in Pod. They both did that. Yeah, sure, we'll grab the shield. Why not?
Why not? Why not? You never know how many blinds the seed's gonna have. It's nice to have that.
I don't think that's where anyway. Okay, yeah.
Alright, well, we do have this red can of mysterious liquid.
Oh man, look at them.
Is Andy just gonna head into Swamp House now, you think?
Swamp into Pyramid Fairy makes sense. But doing Pyramid Fairy first, I wouldn't blame him, knowing that the unique item is there. He does have the hint that boots require the hook shot, so that may actually be influencing his decision to come down here first. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to find them here.
Not here, but it does make a lot of sense.
I guess KillerApp can actually check Spike Cave here. He won't, but a possibility is there. Just as information we don't know quite yet. I'm not gonna rag on him for not checking it immediately when you have the entirety of Hera and East Death Mountain to go towards.
Oh, and he already checked that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was kind of in his way as he was routing, so it made sense to check it at the time. So it wasn't nearly as bad as it usually.
Alright, well, just as a reminder for anybody who joined us after the introduction, this is a pretty important race for KillerApp because they still have the potential to get to a tiebreaker race and proceed to the brackets. But they have to win this race and the next one.
Is that next race of his today as well? Oh, it is. It's against Wayne later. Yeah, doubleheader kind of stinks, especially when you like have to win both of them to stay. That's pretty killer on the mind.
It's pretty KillerApp23 on the mind. Yeah,
that's what they say. I'm sure.
That's what they say.
That's the common expression people use. Man, that Cold Stare fight with just the fighter sword is pretty KillerApp23.
Yeah. Alright, well, KillerApp is gonna have to enjoy this fight first before they can worry about anything else. This spooky almost sword fight.
He's in every direction in the room, and the center. Like, all of the directions. It's Homosaur everywhere.
That's why they call him the king.
That is true.
He rules everywhere.
I can't assert that.
Well, I was about to say he cooperated a bit more than he did with Andy, but
There we go. It's really weird getting all those hits in there. Oh, he's charging your face. Watch out. All right.
do not walk to the left. You do not know where you are.
Yeah, I would be scared of moving anywhere in that fight.
Just don't touch the controller.
Yeah, he gets his lamp out. He knows where he's going next. That is downstairs. To find his shovel, that leads to nothing. Oh, the fire shield. I'm sorry. The shovel leads to not nothing, but essentially nothing.
Would you say that the fire shield is, in fact, the best shield in the game? Not that it has much competition for that.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Although I do like the look of the reverse side of the mirror shield. The mirror shield is so big, you can see the back of it. It looks like one of those little pins that you put on your shirt, like the texture on the back.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The back of the mirror shield looks like one of those, and that's pretty. What is the pattern on the floor here? I didn't even look whenever Andy did it earlier.
It's like a bomb. That has to be a bomb, right?
It really looks like a bomb.
That doesn't look like a bomb to you?
Oh, that was it? It's over
Yeah.
already. Yeah, that was yeah.
Either that or like a very sad 6.
I mean, I can't argue that.
or 6-6, I guess. I don't know.
Sick 6.
Yes.
Did you really just say that?
I'm sorry.
Andy heading into the back swamp palace here is like, oh boy, I'm gonna get the boots. Yeah, we'll see how that killer app on to the east side of Dark World. No, Death Mountain. Dark World, Death, Light World, Death Mountain. Dark Death Evil Mountain. Fire Rod.
Okay, well, one thing to note is that Andy is somewhat better equipped for this fight than KillerApp was, with the red mail and the tons of hearts that he's.
Yeah, the hearts that just keep popping into his face here. I think if he gets the initial spin to knock him into the corner, he can get some really quick hammer hits on him, and then it won't be so bad. I guess in a very big emergency, you also have the cape, and since you can a spin attack with that, it'll last a good while with half magic as well. But I don't think that's going to be the choice. I think you'd rather just use the hammer.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Very red coal stare.
Yeah, much like that cave right there. Grabbing those 2 heart containers here.
Yeah. Ooh.
There you
Very
go.
nice.
2 hits there in the corner. It's about the best you can hope for. Well, they got all together there for that 1 hit.
They walked right into that one. Red mail just makes such a big difference in this fight as well. Gets through it, just 3 hearts lost.
Yeah, not getting hit really helps too.
That helps a lot, I've heard, but haven't quite mastered the art. Alright, well, that's pendant number 2.
Yeah, the last one being at Eastern Palace means that being locked behind the fire rod, we know that the myths aren't there, so there's not going to be anything useful on the pedestal unless it's, I guess, a medallion.
Medallion's the one point of contention right now.
KillerApp's doing some bottle foo here. We're going to be purchasing all of his stuff there, and we will finally see what the unique item is in the Pyramid Fairy that we've known since Eastern Palace. Gosh. I mean, you have to think at this point it's gotta be the Mitts, which
It's
isn't
gotta
exactly
be
true. It's gotta be the Mitts.
It has to be.
What other
It
places
couldn't be
haven't
the
we
King of
checked?
Burna.
What are the, we
Well-
haven't checked Spike Cave, I guess.
Spike Cave and... Did we check Catfish?
No, that's right, because
No, we
those are the only two locations the gloves unlocked. And we haven't checked either of them yet. It'll be really easy
Yeah,
to
there
go
was-
catfish right after this, though, if they're not here. So I think this makes a lot of sense.
Alright.
Also grabs the fire shield, very nice.
Drum roll. It's close.
It's very nice. All right, that opens up the rest of the everything. Wow, that's a lot of places you can go now. Well, I think my first order of business here would be to go grab the fire rod, check out the Turtle Rock medallion, then probably, if I can't get in the Turtle Rock, go to Meyer and check that medallion, so you know what you need to find still.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think doing... Yeah. You're exactly right. Grab this fire rod, check Hookshot Cave, because...
So you know the boots are here, probably.
Most likely. And if
Yeah.
they're not here, then that means that desert is not boots locked.
Yep, we have a 75% chance, I think, still of the boots being up here in Hookshot Cave. Pretty much all the information you need is super quick, and I mean, even if you can't get into the Turtle Rock right now, there's still a lot of item checks up here, including the boots, so yeah, definitely makes sense. And then Meyer area also is pretty quick to check.
It is, indeed.
I think the only downside is that you might not be able to go mode Turtle Rock. Woo, big deal. You will, however, be able to guarantee beat the boss, since we will have the fire rod.
More hearts, branding.
KillerApp is about to get revenge on Cold Stare with his newfound red mail and more light.
And
it'll
half
feel
magic.
nice. And half magic, yeah. Not that that'll help, we don't have the fire rod yet.
Yeah, I mean, it'll give them a quicker, I guess, refill after the boss.
Oh, that's true, that'll save some frames. We knew it wasn't going to be that chest, but maybe these three.
There they are.
Alright. It's like, is
Okay.
it really going to be in Moldorm 2? No, they're right there. Andy, yeah, don't forget the fire rod. Make sure you go grab that. Alright, well, what is the medallion for Turtle Rock?
It is Bombos.
Hey.
And you're thinking about it.
You're right.
Yeah, I agree. Just put that off. If you want to, you can just save that for your last dungeon potential.
That's true. Okay.
And that
yeah,
saves time on the climb in GT. And if you can find your go mode before that, then you can potentially save yourself checking Mimic Cave and
yeah, that
yada
makes sense.
yada.
I think the only problem would be if medallion from Meyer is in Turtle Rock, which is Quake, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. That'd be pretty annoying. I think about it.
Because now you're not going to be able to go mode any dungeon if it happens to be in there. Because that'll be your last one.
That will be the last one.
KillerApp getting bodied again here on the puffs. I believe he does have potions this time though.
He has 2 blue potions.
Oh, no,
I
we're
wouldn't
going-
need to play with Cape there.
Oh, we're going cave spin strats. Let's go.
I mean, might as well. One thing I don't like about that is just that Cape sometimes doesn't activate right away. So you can get hit. You can't pause when things are blowing up.
Okay, KillerApp has to make an important decision here. He takes one more
Just
hit,
drink
he's
that
dead.
potion. Just drink that potion.
He's playing with fire on cold stare.
That's usually a good thing, but
Okay. Well, he gets it. Sure, why not?
alright. It worked.
I do like how the map landed in a puddle of water. That was pretty.
Okay, well, desert was boots locked, so doesn't really matter, I guess, when we have the boots, but
Alright, Andy going to be tackling desert. I mean, knocking it out completely. Quake is our last item we need, huh? So, a lot of places that could be.
there's a lot of places that could be. And the worst place is, as you mentioned, Turtle Rock, because you don't want to go back up there. If you didn't go in there then, you don't want to make a time to come back up.
KillerApp did not go up and check the Pyramid Ferry immediately after Swamp Pelt. I guess he skipped Ice Rod Cave at the start when he fake flipped.
Looks like it. No gloves here, unfortunately.
Right. Well, Landmole soon gonna be taken care of very quickly. We've got a lot of options to deal with those. KillerApp, is he going to
Catfish?
yeah, this is what I was thinking, maybe catfish, but seeing the pyramid here might refresh his memory that, oh crap, I can maybe do this now. I see some people in chat mentioning the sword situation, and yes, while we do still have the fighter sword right now, we do know that there is a sword in Misery Mire, so you're not especially looking for a sword, because we do know where one is. They're not going to go out of their way looking for one of them.
Yeah, especially when we did find the silver arrows. Master Sword Silverless, you might be a bit worried, but with silvers, it's not really that big of a deal, especially for runners that is. It's just not worth the extra time to bend.
Yeah, that is true. And not finding the second item out of desert is going back in for the big chest. It's pretty common, I think, to skip this big chest here in favor of Lamola, just in hopes. Or he's doing something else.
Doing the right side.
You know, I guess funny enough that that does unlock the book for us, right? And it's in no location.
Always fun. Do you think, if you're Andy, would you go to Ice Palace before doing Turtle Rock?
Probably. Turtle
Really?
Rock's a long haul to get up there. A go mode Ice Palace is pretty enticing for sure, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's one of those you have to do anyway, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, I do agree, kind of. I feel like Eastern Palace and Skullwoods are going to be your priorities before.
Speaking of priorities, KillerApp's going to Spike Cave, which is a higher priority than the Pyramid Ferry, which he has a hint for, knowing that it's a unique item.
I wonder if he didn't check the map. I mean, if he saw his pause menu, he would know he had both the...
Yeah, he wouldn't even check the map if he has his pause menu active, which I've done before in all dungeons for sure. Never mind. Okay, never mind. He's grabbing that. Health. Andy about to get revenge on the Trinex, which we could not defeat earlier. I don't know if this Trinex has an item or not, but might as well knock this out of the way when you can.
Yeah, I mean, it does no matter what, because it has the green pendant, so... In a way.
Oh, yeah, good point. It really does.
Does it really count as revenge? I mean, all we did was we just left. It's not like he beat us up, right?
It's revenge because he's making us walk through this stupid dungeon again. Yo, I like that quick hop right there. That one's hard to get because of the awkward angle that the ledge is. Alright, Killer App running out of locations. I think. Oh, he might have not come to Skull Woods quite yet. No, he's...
No, yes, Ice Rod. He definitely went there.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
So you can check Bumper Cave, maybe? I don't know if you checked that. Anyways,
Oh. Yeah, he might not have taken that path into... or through the Dark World. Did he? It's been so long.
Yep, you need myths to lift that rock, unfortunately.
Of course there's a guard in these bushes.
Of
Oh my
course.
gosh. Such an unfortunate place to have a guard there. His pokey stick takes up so much of the area. It's really easy to clink off.
Well, you gotta guard those bushes, because they're very important.
Alright, here is this thing. Killer
This
App.
thing.
Oh, he didn't clear the bottom of Thieves Town, that's right.
Oh, that's right. That's...
I'm so curious why this instead of Pyramid Fairy. He must have just forgotten, right? That's the only thing I think of. And he's not too hot on health here, but the Ice Head sure is pretty hot. That was a lot of Fire Red shot.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty hot, I would say. And this is kind of tough with just not even Master Sword. You get Fighter Sword, so you can't get the quick. You gotta do the stance here. Well, Andy's making it look like child's play. Alright, never mind. What's up?
Very nice early 3 hits there. You can hit the head, but once the body starts flashing, you can no longer hit the head. So it was really cool to get 3 hits in there. Yo, the single arrow, nice. There was an item left in Eastern Palace.
There's actually, this counts as 2, I guess. Because it does open up the pedestal.
Oh goodness, yeah, it does. And the green pendant as well. 3 items left in Eastern Palace.
Such value.
Corral pretty low on health here. Thankfully has the red mail, but should be okay as long as he avoids the traps that will do a full-hearted.
Still has plenty of potions as well. Okay, well, Sarashla, no help today, thank you, sir.
And he opted to save and quit there makes me think he's gonna go check boot locations, because otherwise he would have fluted out.
Yeah, this is the rough thing about the medallion. We know where it can't be, but there are a lot of places it can be.
May soon be regretting his decision to skip out on Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, that's...
I want to ask if there was a reason for that, because I don't think that doing it during your other climb up the mountain would have been any faster than just doing it right there, because you're right outside the door.
I think it was just hoping for the best, and then he can do Turtle Rock as his last dungeon.
Let's just go
But I guess
Rock is like no faster, pretty much.
Well, you can skip Mimic Cave as well. But yeah,
I guess I just don't think the 6 items, including Mimic Cave, is worth the potential skip there. Killer App pausing for a moment there, I think, after getting the nothing at Thieves Town. I think he's trying to decide what he forgot. I don't know if he ever checked his map, so I don't know if he knows the crystal situation, but his pause screen should tell him what it is he needs to know. There's the map check there. So maybe the 5-6 crystals not being there might jog his memory that, oh, I might already have these.
Yeah, okay, so he does check his pause menu, but
Yeah, he might have just saw those two right there. Yep, okay, I think he's got it.
alright. Excellent. Because that hit was early enough to where you think it would be something that would be at the forefront of your mind, since you're really hoping to find unique items and you know where one is.
It's not that often where your first 2 dungeons are the 5-6 crystal, so it's really easy to just forget about it in that situation.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he only has 2 crystals and they're both the 5-6, so yeah. If you've never checked your map, which is common in all dungeons, I think, it's pretty easy just to completely lose track of it. Like, I've done all dungeons before, and I've just never checked my map, and eventually I checked my pause menu and had both 5 and 6s, and I don't know what dungeon I got those from.
Whoa, what is going on here?
Oh man, Moldorm and Monster is hilarious. He can't do anything.
Oh my gosh. He's got 3 eyes. What's going on, Nikon?
Well, it's almost Trinex. It's like we're in Trivision.
Oh my gosh. Poor guy.
Alright, KillerApp finally gets his Titan's mitts and is now in medallion mode, I guess. We're gonna be searching for that Quake medallion. Might actually jump into Turtle Rock if he goes up there and grabs the fire rod. That might save him a little bit of time if Andy decides to, say, fully clear Ice Palace next or something like that.
Yeah, that is the choice that Andy has right now.
KillerApp is indeed heading up to Death Mountain. So yeah, we'll leave the fire rod and be able to get his his book shot.
Ooh.
Yo, nice master sword there.
Gonna be pulling the pedestal now, it seems.
Funny enough, that master sword puts the tablets
Oh no.
play now.
We do know what the book is.
Yeah, we know where that book is. We'll be able to grab both tablets now. Hey, what's on the bed?
Cool.
Well, that was likely.
It's kind of like a master sword. It's blue. There's no like hilt or anything. It's not a sword, but
I suppose the master sword was closest enough in the Dark World to that location.
yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. So Andy's gonna be grabbing the book now. Oh gosh, what do you even do? Do you...
It's hard to route these 2 locations in. He'll likely... Ooh, he might go up to Turtle Rock, but just loop around and check the tablet first. It's hard to say when he's going to do Ice Palace, because both of those options seem really enticing to me. Never mind, he's going to Ice. Is he? I don't know, he just really wanted that book first. Yeah, okay. I guess the book was just completely unrelated to what he was going to do next. Maybe he changed his mind like a split second there.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
There's a lot of hard containers in Paradox Cave.
Quite a few. Ooh, that's annoying. You actually kind of want sword beams for a decent chunk of the stun. But, not the biggest deal in the world. Alright, so it seems we're gonna be full clearing Ice Palace. As KillerApp looked like they were setting up to be into Turtle Rock.
Oh, very nice. Small key in the first chest of ice. That'll make routing a little bit easier. Alright, fire rod for KillerApp. With the mirror here, and he's already checked Turtle Rock. Well, never mind. Now he's got it. That's right. No, he pulls out his flute. He's not going to Turtle Rock right now. I think that was like the small chance he had to kind of get back into this. Dang.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, this isn't like a logical decision. I mean, this is what pretty much Andy did.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Both of them make sense to me. You want to know if you're in go mode or not, but when you have to do the dungeon, just do it anyway.
It's Mimicade, Mikan. You want to check Mimicade. You want to check Laser Bridge if you don't have to.
The heart, or not the heart, the hint. The hint in Turtle Rock is going to be a Mimic Cave hint. Just you wait. Hey, there's a Andy Hover, which is a small one right over there.
Good thing.
Good thing he got the boots first.
Thing. Somebody asking in chat. Yeah, the green hints are just joke hints. Some of the hints will spawn as joke hints. They don't mean anything. Usually a Zelda joke or something like that. So
Yeah, most of them are kind of just Zelda 1 hints. And he checking out that chest first, just in case it happens to be the Quake. He doesn't want to go all the way up and then all the way back down, is typical for the sea. Is this your medallion?
that's not a medallion. Last I checked. There's our medallion. All right.
All right. Yeah, that's it. That was, I guess, simple enough here. I guess. I would have cleared Turtle Rock. What do I know?
It certainly was a tempting choice. Even Andy, as we saw, did struggle making that. Yeah. So Andy is in good. Does not even need the sword in Misery Mire.
Yeah, I'd be curious. He might check the first Firelock chest in Mire, but probably not the second one.
I guess it depends on also where the big key ends up being, unless he's just going to hover across the gap, which I wouldn't rule out.
Well, he needs the big key anyway for the the boss door right at the end.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, our cold boss today is Cold Door.
Oh. Why does he have 3 eyes? I don't understand.
Well, I mean...
Have we gone too far? The wildlife is starting to mutate. I'm concerned.
Reminds me of that guy in Dragon Ball who uses the solar flare. He's got 3 eyes, doesn't he?
Tien,
Yeah, Tien.
He's not green though, and he doesn't have like hamburgers for bodies, but he does have 3 eyes.
I'm sure he's eaten a burger sometime in his life.
Probably. I don't know, that's like in Japan or I don't know.
Well,
maybe. Maybe he's eating a dinosaur burger.
Look at Ace Attorney, dude. They certainly eat cheeseburgers in their version of Japan.
Alright, well you got me there. Alright, we do see KillerApp finishing off Limos, clearing up desert as Andy is heading into the dark desert, as it were, Mystery Mountain. Just this and sure reckless for Andy, aside from Gen's tower, of course. KillerApp, of course, still need that Quake, which we just learned is in Ice Palace.
Yeah, we'll see where KillerApp decides to go next. There's... it's my reaction. It's looking pretty grim for KillerApp, is my take on this.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate.
Well, we'll see if Andy decides to go for that tempered sword or not. I don't think the first Firelock chest is that far out of the way if you like find the big key. Well, if it was there, he probably would have just hovered, so he wouldn't have gotten it anyway. I don't know. If it's over here, he won't go check it. If it's in like the center chest, he might go check it. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's pointless to speculate. No, he's not going. He's going straight for the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you were saying, Mikan?
Well, what do I know? He's gonna go check the first one, I guess, and he probably will not check the cutscene chest. I'm gonna stand by that one.
I think you're probably right about that. If you're wrong about that, we'll both be wrong about that. But, you know, this is a 50-50 shot at a sword. So not bad odds. Ah,
Screw it. Oh,
are we one?
oh, he's going. He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure if he wanted it or not. He's gonna go get it.
All right, well, we were both wrong.
Make a monkey out of both of us. I would have definitely went and got this sword because I'm a giant baby. But Andy's better than me. But I guess he's feeling a little babyish today too.
I mean, might as well.
I don't think there's too many people that would pass up, like, spending. I don't know. It can't be an entire minute. It's got to be pretty close. But man, tempered sword, free tempered sword, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely come get this tempered sword. Big fan of tempered sword.
Can't wait for Vitreous to have a sword. Or whatever the boss is down here.
Well, there's a nice tempered sword for Andy. Gonna make the rest of the game pretty easy.
Yeah, and they'll especially help out in the gauntlet as well, for sure. Even with half magic, you can fire rod everything, but yeah, I guess just, I mean, this helps everywhere, right? Who knows what bosses we're gonna have to fight still.
Yeah, still some mystery about that in a few places. Meanwhile, KillerApp is taking out Trinex in the Eastern Path. This very icy Trinex.
I'm curious what happened to the poor walls in this room.
I have no idea.
Like the tapestries are going nuts. Some evil organization is taking over.
It does kind of look like that.
Yeah, that's their symbol, the green diamond with whatever, I don't know, some sort of skull at the bottom of it.
It looks like a pyramid to me, like a green pyramid.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe an eye in the middle? I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds particularly dastardly, so I'm sure that's what...
The X-Files theme starts playing.
Oh my gosh.
Trinex is down for KillerApp.
As Andy discovers...
Oh my gosh. We've had as many of this thing as it has ours.
That's why there's 3 of them. Heckin' Tridorm, dude.
Alright, well... that will be the last boss for, the dungeons, at least. Not in the game, of course. We still have a few of those left, but...
Yeah,
that's the last one. We need to get into a little place we call Gins Tower.
No, it isn't. We have Turtle Rock, and it's a crystal.
Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Oh my gosh.
We have a whole nother chance for another Moldorm.
I was so confused by Moldorm. I completely forgot about Turtle Rock. Alright.
Oh gosh, those dead rocks made a nice path right in between them. That was kind of close. KillerApp is heading to the blacksmith sequence. Oh, he can complete Skull Woods now. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I think that's probably the intention, as well as the pedestal, which we know, of course, is nothing, but does chain together nicely.
Yeah, I think that's the exact same sequence Andy did as well. It made a whole lot of sense to do. It kind of, the sea kind of lent itself to just the blind pulling, even if it wasn't anything. And of course, KillerApp will also be getting his Master Sword here as well. That'll be really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little surprise, I guess. Alright, well this is the Go Mode Turtle Rock that Andy wanted. Go and check Mimic Cave, potentially can skip the Center Chest and Lazy Bridge.
Can't believe after all this, we actually are going to get the Gun Mode TR.
Sometimes things just work out, they come. You gotta dare to dream. Randomizer.
There goes that Mimic Cave hint.
Oh,
Probably. KillerApp. Trying to save a little bit of magic there, I think. Use the one fire rod shot to hit both. Might be thinking, well, if this is Vitreous again, I'm gonna want all the magic I can get because I still got a crummy sword.
It does have silver arrows at least, so if it were a Vitreous, it'd be a lot easier than that, but...
I honestly meant to say Cold Stare, but I like when it goes back and forth.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing a little spin.
He's got eyes in the back of his head.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't realize Moldarm was my mother.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Your mom never told you that? That she's got eyes in the back of her.
That's
Never she
true.
caught you doing
well,
that stuff.
Well, yeah, but I never had the thought that Moldorm would be mine.
Well, neither did I. That's why I'm surprised. Well, anyway.
But can he see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I don't know. I would assume so. He has more eyes than me and I can. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, Killer App gets the Master Sword as Andy fights the Chain Chomp boss. Grab a small key as victory. Alright, Killer App also gonna be blind pulling. Yeah, this scene just really lends itself to doing this, so it's...
Whoa,
No,
that's a very red pin.
What's going on with the red pin?
It's covered in ketchup, I guess, or something.
It's like the reddest pendant of wisdom ever. It's like...
It's very,
Yeah.
very angry.
Wisdom is angry. Being smart makes you really upset about things.
So, getting center chest here. Hello, big key.
Yeah.
Well, the point was we could potentially skip that. We can still skip in the cave at least.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Big keys there. You just got...
You gotta get it.
Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
The NMG strats for this room are so weird. I just used the fire rod because I'm baby. Look at all those heart drops. What the heck?
Well, that's Andy, especially this seed.
That's true, yeah. Oh man, feels bad that because you can usually grab that chest safely because it's often a key. I feel, but yeah.
Well, there's our small key to get through the store. We still need one more.
Yeah, we'll have to visit the laser bridge for that last key. And he's furiously attacking the air here.
He's just going faster.
Yeah,
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, you swing your sword and the cart kind of lurches forward a little bit. That's
Totally.
what it...
I don't think it actually works that way, for anybody who doesn't know, but...
Oh, Killer App missed out on the Super Bunny Cave, I guess, when he was up here initially. Oh no, is he going to the Turtle Rock then? Well, we might see what's in the cave after all. The last chest.
Oh boy. This was the most begrudging Gomo Turtle Rock I have seen.
I love that Smaria dash there. Alright.
Hi, blind.
Well,
You are much less threatening when the spikes are not directly behind you.
of course, he picked the two rooms with spikes as his layers today. Well, you see,
Well-
Blind here is on a script. If you do the same thing every time, he's gonna do the same thing. No.
Yeah. Well, you did see that that fire shield actually did block like 3 fireballs, so
Yo, totally worth a dig.
totally. But that is actually our last dungeon before GT, so I guess we'll be going in there soon. Do we want to do the thing today? Do you
Not
know?
particularly.
Not particularly? Okay.
But,
Well, you did it anyway.
I did it anyway.
Get your guesses. What's the big key location in GT?
Closing
22
it,
location.
Yeah, we're closing it like in pretty close to now minutes. So make it quick.
Yeah, make it quick. I'm gonna say it's gonna be behind the ice. I don't know what chest.
Oh, I hope so.
Just behind the ice.
Yeah,
That's
I just
all
want to
care
see what the
about.
boss is back there. Yeah,
Exactly.
makes sense to me. Okay, he's in. He's going down the steps. Nope, he's got our small key, but we are not going that way. I've enjoyed doing this recently as well, regardless of what the items are on the right side. I will go left.
Really, you're not a big fan of the going full array?
Not so much anymore. I definitely used to be, but I've grown up since.
You've
and
grown up.
It's just not my thing anymore. It's not cool anymore.
Let's see.
It's not the
Well-
hip thing to do. And I think
Well-
this time I would have been right.
You would have been right. So that was number 4, I believe. 2 on the right, torch, and then that first chest.
Now, I'm typically extremely bad at counting what number the big key is in, but I think that was quick enough to where I can agree it was number.
Okay. It would have been really bad if I was wrong, considering that.
Was Andy trying to do? There's a little glitch you can do here to get one of the mimics to push himself out of bounds using one of those blocks. I think Andy was trying to do that. It involves pausing the game, but I don't know the specifics other than that.
Okay, well, we are gonna get to see this Mimic Cave check.
Nice. It was a nice dash there through the spikes by Andy. Didn't get hit by that. Let's see if he can get this little dash through the balls, and he gets.
Very nice. Of course, it's a heart
I
container.
can't believe Andy skipped that. It gets so many hearts. Oh, very nice. Both those Zazaks kind of just grouped up in the bottom left, trying to hide from Andy's tempered sword.
Can't
but could not.
hide.
There's no escape from the pug. He comes rampaging through Ganon's tower here, already on to our...
Whoa,
Look at
boy.
those! Oh, gee, I wonder who the boss is.
It's
Hey.
not. It's not who I thought it was. I thought those were Helmless Orkings.
Oh, okay, that would have made sense, yeah.
Nope, this is just China.
Do they have the same legs? They might.
I have no idea. They all look the same to me, but I
Wow.
mean, I didn't mean. Well, anyway, we're going through it's not. Yeah, it's Trinex. So the sand in this room looks really bad, by the way.
I didn't realize when Trinex does that pattern there, he bonks on the torch, or the Medusa head in the bottom left, so he started going up early.
There's a shell. I guess that's the backup shell.
That must be it, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, see a block. Yeah, I can totally get by the tempered choice this time. I think so. Alright, Killer App takes a fall right before the small key, unfortunately. Ooh, I thought he
Takes
was
that
gonna
one.
get shot again. Oh, he...
That's the most annoying spot to get shot. Oh my gosh.
I told you about lasers.
It keeps happening. It keeps happening!
He keeps bonking there. It's I don't know, man. It must be nerves or something. There we go. We got our key. Let's get out of here. Now, if Andy didn't grab that tempered sword, maybe he'd check these. But I think if he skipped the tempered sword there, he would have skipped it here as well. He wouldn't have bothered checking. All right, our final boss. This Moldorm, I hear him. Oh no! Well, that's fine. If you didn't have enough Moldorms today, we got one more. Just unfortunately, this one won by default. Didn't even get a chance to hit Andy before he threw himself off there. But he is now defeated, as KillerApp also defeats Blind in Turtle Rock. Still needs to go finish up Ice Palace and Mire, which is quite a haul.
Yeah. I ran out of things to say about the Moldorm, like the fourth at the top.
There's nothing else.
Wow. For a split second there, Aghanim looked really, really evil. Weird eyes.
I love that freeze frame there of the zapped pug. Oh, so close to a triple there. Very nice last hit there. KillerApp triggering the mushroom. We didn't see this, I don't think.
I don't believe we did. Citizen Laser Bridge, I think.
Yeah, it was the
Boomerang.
top. Oh, the other boomerang. The other. Oh, what did we call it
Marshmallow.
earlier? The marshmallow. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. Alright, well, the scan and fight. Tempered sword, silver arrows, red mail. All the hearts in the world.
Yes. Scanning confirming that we have all of our dungeons cleared now, as he did not call us a dingus.
Well, I'm glad he didn't. That would be very, very rude. I know we're enemies, but we should have respect for each other. I'm very fond of those little dash strats there, Andy is.
Yeah, just staying in the middle there. He dashes to knock it, knocked back by the. You can see how he's swinging again. Here's getting knocked back every time he hits him. The dashes don't.
One more.
Gotta get those sliver arrows ready for the last phase. Coming up right now as Ganon finally stops teleporting. Very nice double there. Not gonna be able to double this one, unfortunately. But that's okay. This torch will stay lit long enough for him to very easily get the last shot in. And Andy is going to be your victor. Probably.
Almost certainly. Yep.
Seems to be so. So congratulations to Andy for doing that. For completing this seed faster than everyone else. I think KillerApp's pause here may indicate that he is not going to finish. He is still fairly far off, so it makes sense to me.
We will see. So that does sort of block up Andy's group, I believe.
Is it just the whole thing, or just him?
I believe now that KillerApp has lost a game, Wayne will advance regardless, because Wayne has 11 wins and KillerApp has 9 as of this race. So with one race remaining, KillerApp can only get to 10.
I see. All right. So yeah, that will end up locking up the group, it seems.
But KillerApp still has another race to damn. We'll see. how that ends up going, but it seems he did, in fact, forfeit. But regardless, we will see if we can get them in for an interview.
Yeah, so we try to get our runners in here. If you are headed out, that is fine, but just so you know, Dwayne versus KillerApp will be on this channel in about 1 hour from now exactly. And let's see, there's two more later tonight. We have Rywek versus VV on Speed Gaming 5 at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we have Bonta versus Zyrak at 9:30 Eastern on the ALTTP Randomizer channel. And that is it for our restreamed races. And this is the last day of brackets. Or, I'm sorry. No, this is the last day of groups, not brackets. What the heck? This is the last day of groups. There's probably going to be a couple tiebreaker matches, I believe, to be announced at a later date. There actually might already be dates for that set already. I actually don't know.
I do not have that information on me either.
But yeah, this will be it for today. There might be I don't know if we're going to have like a couple day lull or not, depending on when those tiebreaker matches might happen. But yeah, after that, hey, we've got actual brackets coming up. We're going to be including a couple new settings, or is it just the one? I should know this. You'd think I would know.
You should know this. What's wrong with you? I don't know either.
Well, how about I go check that, and you fill it.
You fill air? Alright, I can do that. Alright, well, just as a quick reminder, while we're still waiting to see if these guys want to do an interview or not, if you guys enjoyed the race, then be sure to give both Andy, ALG Andy, sorry, I forgot the title, and KillerApp23. They do a lot of races, so make sure you give them some love. And I believe our tracker today was Tirasu. Thank you to them for tracking.
Yeah, thank you so much. I assume you did really well. I don't think I saw many worries in chat about something being marked or not, so everything's going pretty alright. Do you have word at all if we might be getting Andy or Killer in here?
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. Yo, there's Andy in chat. You can ask him all you want there. Oh yeah, Andy does indeed have another match tonight. It will not be restreamed. However, you are certainly welcome to go watch Andy versus Matt later on tonight at 8:30 Eastern. But yes, that does lock Andy and Boyne, I believe, for bracket advancement. Oh, he hasn't gotten a bot whisper yet. I thought this was all automated. Someone get that man in here. Oh, okay. If you are curious, our brackets seem to be starting on the 11th of December. That will be next Tuesday. Will be the first day that brackets will be starting. And it does seem like tiebreaker races must be completed by the 9th. So this.
Alright, so a little bit of time for anybody who's not one of the tiebreaker races to take a breather.
I don't know how to get Andy in here. I can't do it. Wait, I think I did it.
Did you do it? Did you do it, Mikon? Are you a hero?
I think I might have done something.
Oh, you did it.
I did it. Yo,
Andy. Hello.
Hello.
I finally figured out how to invite you to the Discord server. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And yeah, lock for brackets. That was the group seemed pretty grueling.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough start. I lost my first race. Started 4-2. So it was looking a little iffy to start, but I've been on a tear since then, so it's okay.
I would say you done quite well. Were you all worried about the potential three-way tie scenario, or did you feel you would win at least one of these races?
It's hard to tell. You never know with Randomizer. You never know how it's gonna go. And then Matt picked All Dungeons Key Sanity against me in our second race, and he almost beat me in that. So, beating him tonight is not a guarantee either. So I didn't know what to expect. But
did you expect Moldorm to have 3 eyes? Is that on the table for you today?
The one thing I didn't expect was going into Eastern super early with all the items to kill every boss except for Trinex, and having that be the one Trinex that's on a dungeon boss.
That was great. Well, of course, the ice ride wasn't too far to the way, thankfully. Just sitting there in Skullwood, so that really wasn't much of a factor at all for anything. It was just the unfortunate double dip was pretty funny.
It was also probably one of the latest gloves I've ever gotten.
Yeah, it's like 52 minutes or something like that.
And I didn't really know what to do after Palace of Darkness. Both decisions seemed really fruitful, and I just didn't know what to do, so I just went with my standard take the south route.
But yeah, at that point, you could have gone down, finished all Swamp Palace and the Hype Cave, or just looped up to Thieves Town and got the other 5-6 crystal, and then I guess hopped into the Pyramid Ferry after Swamp Palace.
Yeah, there just wasn't any good ways to route it, just because we didn't have a glove. But it was a fun seed for the most part. Go mode medallions I think I dislike go mode medallions more than I dislike go mode ice rod.
Understandable. When you went up to Dark Death Mountain and Turtle Rock, you had the possibility to complete that for the most part. What made you head off and do other things instead?
I only had Fighter Sword at that point, so whatever boss was in there would probably take me a little longer than normal anyways. And at that point I didn't know whether Meyer was Bombos or not, so I decided to go check Meyer and see if I was just done. What I should have done is gone and checked Meyer first and then gone to Darkwood Death Mountain, but I did not think about that. All I wanted was the boots. So
yeah, I figured that might have been the reason. We were laughing when it became a 50-50 between that last chest in Hookshot Cave and the Moldorm 2 chest, I think.
Yeah. I think I don't know if DM room is hookshot locked technically, because you can't get there with just bonking.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I figured it was either there or in Hookshot Cave. But yeah, overall nothing too crazy. It was a sub 150 all dungeon seed. You can't really complain.
I did like your indecision in Meyer after getting the first Firelock.
Yeah, I was quickly contemplating in my head whether it was worth it or not, and then I said, I don't know what bosses there are. Let's just go get it.
Yeah, and I think it worked out really well too, considering how much time it probably saved in the gauntlet as well. All right, well, that has been Andy, your winner. So congratulations, and of course that does put you as a lock 4 brackets with Blaine, I believe.
Yes, that is true. KillerApp actually has a race against Dwayne starting up in a little under an hour, I believe, on this channel as well.
Yep. Here.
If KillerApp wins that, then I clinch first, or if I beat Matt, then I clinch first in the group. Either way.
Do the placings in the groups have any effect on bracket placing?
I have no idea.
Good question. I don't know that either. I should find that out because I'm in that group too.
The only thing I could even imagine it being is like, if you get the 1 seed, you're guaranteed top 16. But even then, like, it really doesn't matter. I don't think.
Right.
Everyone in top 32 will be strong. So
I don't know about that. I'm particularly expecting to get my butt kicked in both of my first.
according to DT, yes, they affect bracket seeding.
Ooh, there you go.
Very interesting. Well, thank you, of course, for joining us, and good luck in the brackets. Anything you wanna say?
I'm praying for not go mode Aga Tower keys in my old Dungeons key sanity in 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that, it's been a fun tournament so far. I I kind of owned myself by traveling for like the first week and a half, 2 weeks of group stage, and so the end of this group stage has been very, very stressful, organizing all the races and stuff like that. But it's been a lot of fun.
That's good. As long as we got a positive experience out of it, can't complain about. All right. Well, again, congratulations to Andy. That will do it for us, I believe. Thank you to Malay for commentating with me, and T-Ra-Su for tracking.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
And yeah, stay tuned. In a little less than an hour, there's going to be another race on this channel, Dwayne versus KillerApp, to determine the potential first and second place of this specific group. Yeah, this is the last day of groups, so we'll have most of our stuff by the end of this day, other than maybe a tiebreaker race or two. So stay tuned next week at I think the 11th, I said earlier, when the actual brackets will start. And we will be getting some pretty hot races, I think, during then.
I think you're right.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
I guess
so
I'm
see
done.
you there. Have a good day.
Yeah, see ya. Have a good day, everyone.